Welcome. Thanks for joining us for our Reddit Stories, Christmas edition. Happy holidays. And the question today from Jez Crossland is, what's the best Christmas present you've received? Hi, this is Derek. I just put the Drama Llama, Fred, back in his llama pen, so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. If this is your first time watching our videos, help me out by watching to the end, and then giving me some feedback in the comment area below. And if you want more of these videos daily, don't forget to like and subscribe, with notifications turned on for this channel. Oh boy, let's get ready for some drama. Garbage Human 420 answered with, my family was abusive and poor. Growing up I always kind of hated Christmas time, because it just sort of highlighted how poopy my own life was. Well, 1 year after I moved away to college, I was scheduled to work Christmas Day, since I was a resident advisor. A student who had been evicted from housing for selling hard drugs came after me and attacked me. The school told me I should leave campus until the police caught the kid. I didn't have anywhere to go, so I called my best friend. Her and her dad drove all the way to my school on Christmas Eve to get me. When I woke up, I discovered that my friend's mom had somehow conjured up a full stocking and a couple small gifts. It was the most amazing gift, because I had never had a good Christmas. And then her mom just went so above and beyond to make me feel loved. This is like Harry Potter in real life. That comment made me smile so much. I remember getting my first Harry Potter book, and just wishing every night that I would get my savior letter. Harry's first Christmas at Hogwarts always makes me tear up. When Ron wakes him up and Harry is surprised to find presents for him. And Ron's like, well duh, and Mrs. Weasley going way out of her way to knit Harry a sweater. Even though he's only been friends with her son for like 4 months at that point. Ugh. It makes me so warm inside. 1 year, my buddy invited all his friends who couldn't make it home for Christmas to come to his parents' house. So 8 of us caravaned there on Christmas Eve. And we watched movies and hung out with his super cool family. None of us expected gifts because they were being so nice all ready to house and feed us. But in the morning, we came out to find his mom had filled stockings for each of us. And we all had one present to open under the tree. Good times and great people that year. Sincerely, one of my best holidays ever. PGH Det Denkol answered with, when I was a little girl, 5 or 6, I was obsessed with ballerinas. My dad got me tickets to a professional performance of the Nutcracker. It was just him and me. I still remember feeling so grown up when we had dinner beforehand in a grown-up restaurant. The ballet was beautiful. It was just a wonderful day. Maverick 22 answered with, my brother was starting a new fitness routine and told me he wanted to make a competition out of who could improve their body dimensions. I wasn't planning on working out or anything, but wanted to encourage him, so said, screw it, and let him measure my upper body. Turns out it was for a custom-made Captain America leather motorcycle jacket. I screamed like a little girl on Christmas morning. Edit, I should mention the helmet too. They took my ski helmet, painted it up nice, silver wings on the side, and seamlessly affixed the A. It was beautifully done and part of the surprise. This is great. I love how sneaky he was about getting your measurements. Move to Pluto answered with, I was 7 years old in ICU with pneumonia. It was horrible timing because Christmas was that week. The nurses brought in a massive television with a Nintendo GameCube hooked up to it. The only game I played was Mario Sunshine the entire time I was in the hospital. I loved that game so much. It was so colorful and just super exciting to play since I didn't even know the game existed. It is still my favorite Mario game ever made, but I'm biased. Well, I made it out of the hospital just a few days before Christmas. And on Christmas Day we went to my auntie's house. We started opening gifts and they got me my very own GameCube, but it didn't appear I had any games for it. They tricked me and hid the other gift they bought. It was Mario Sunshine. I've never ever had tears of joy, but when I opened these gifts I couldn't help but cry. I was so surprised and so happy. I've still never experienced the same emotions I had in that day. Beneath the Wheel answered with, conversation with my uncle, Christmas Day 2001. Uncle, so have you seen Lord of the Rings yet? 12-year-old me, no, what's Lord of the Rings? Uncle, oh dude, you absolutely have to see it. I'm taking you to the theater to see it tomorrow, done deal. And that's where my Tolkien obsession began. Sinestro 1982 answered with, I was in high school. Ocarina of Time had come out in November. And I wanted it so badly for Christmas. I got up Christmas morning, opened my gifts and it wasn't there. Then my dad pointed out a small package he had hidden behind the tree. Under the tree skirt, in the back. Opened it, and there it was. Ocarina of Time. My dad had to go to 6 to 7 different stores when he was traveling on business to find that. Played it non-stop over break. Makes me love my dad more every time I think about it. I don't think my dad has gone a single year without doing the Miss Present thing. Since he saw A Christmas Story. I can relate, man. I'll never forget getting my N64 with GoldenEye and Ocarina of Time. They gave us all of our gifts and me and my brother thought for sure we would get it and it wasn't there. A few hours later my grandparents came over with a huge box. And we knew before we even opened it. So many good memories sitting around that system. Never one LL answered with. My mom passed from cancer this year, she had been stage 4 for 11 years. And passed at 55 years old, so pretty young. Last year Christmas was really emotional as things were taking a turn for the worse. My mom made me a large shadow box. With ticket stubs she had saved from every concert we went to since I was a kid. Both big fans of music. Mr. Dress Up, Pearl Jam, White Stripes etc. Not only had she saved these over the years, she went online and got postcards. Buttons and patches from the specific tour dates we attended to go with the stubs. The moment I unwrapped it, and realized what it was. I burst into tears and cried for a good while. It was a very heavy moment and one of the best gifts I've ever been given. What an awesome gift, love and peace to you. I was already teary but seeing Mr. Dress Up in the list made me really cry. That show was one of the best parts of my childhood. Cute Bandicoot answered with. I don't even know if it's the best present but just one of those I'll never forget. My dad and I have an extremely distant relationship. He was never an affectionate or emotional person. All birthdays, celebrations, events, etc. went to my mom to organize. It was just simply not a task he was involved in. He didn't give gifts or engage in the theatrics of any of it and I can't blame him. He is an immigrant, lived a very hard life, and culturally speaking. This is just how it was for him. One Christmas, I was probably like 10 or 11. I noticed among all the other presents I had from my mom and other family. There was an actual present from my dad addressed to me. I opened it and it was like this child's picture book, not a baby book. But definitely aimed for about age 7 to 8 and way too young for me. It was just shocking to me that he would first of all care about getting me a present at all. And secondly, choose this child's book out of all the things he could got. I realized, at 10 years old, that my dad genuinely had no idea what to get me. But wanted to get me something. He only knew that I loved to read and read books all day long. So he got me a book, even though he had no idea what level reading I was on. Maybe that is not a very good story or makes him seem bad, but it will always stick with me. He is such a non-sentimental and stoic person, I can't imagine him going to a bookstore. Choosing this very cutesy, colorful book with me in mind. And actually giving it to me as a gift, but he did. He wanted to give me something, in his awkward way, and tried his best. Awkward voicemail answered with. RAM upgrade. I was a budding PC gamer but knew jack all about how computers work. My grandfather, retired computer engineer, gave me a RAM upgrade and taught me how to install it safely. And explained what it was going to do for me. Now I work in IT and still find computers fascinating, and I still play a ton of games. Thanks Grandpa. Edgar answered with. When I was a kid, my mom went into the hospital in November. Dying there on Christmas Eve. She hadn't Christmas shopped, obviously. Except for one small package I'd found weeks earlier in her dresser. It was wrapped and had my name on it. Christmas morning, I soberly opened the package. It was a simple ornament, a happy dog with a frisbee in its mouth. The frisbee read Merry Christmas. It didn't look anything like my own frisbee crazed dog, but it didn't matter. Cue the waterworks. This isn't my best Christmas gift by any objective measure, but 4 decades on, it's the one that still means the most. Vanellope Eats Sweets answered with, I haven't had a holiday off since I was 17. One year, my family just decided to start celebrating holidays when we can actually make the time. So now we do Christmas in January. It stretches out the good holiday feelings. We all wait and buy our gifts on clearance after the holiday. And we actually get to see each other. It's been the best possible gift we could have given each other. Cocoa Bean 4 answered with, I know you're not supposed to give pets as gifts. But a few days before Christmas, when I was 9, my mum gave me a little kitten. She was the last one left and was small, skinny with runny eyes and runny nose. I adored her, and for 12 years she was the light of my life. As long as you don't tape them in a box and wrap them. Someone actually did this, it was in a video, it's fine. I got a dog for Christmas when I was a kid. I'd been begging for one for years when they finally gaffed. Pets are awesome gifts for a parent to give their children. They become your best friend, they teach you responsibility. They help you through hard times when you're growing up. And they just love you constantly no matter what. Meeser Sloth answered with, my first Christmas after my mom had left to be with the love of her life. It was just me and my dad our first Christmas together 4 months after she left in our little apartment. With a small plastic tree we both decorated. I didn't expect much. I remember I wanted a Microsoft Sidewinder wheel and pedals. Come Christmas morning there it was. And I got a copy of Need for Speed and Lifesaver storybook. I knew everything was going to be okay. I still have the Sidewinder, the game, and the book as a reminder of our first Christmas. I got one of those storybooks a few weeks ago in a care package from him. And it made me tear up and think about that Christmas. And how much he sacrificed as a single father. P-Wave Shadow Zone answered with, I'm about to celebrate my 33rd consecutive Christmas with all the same family members. Not going to have many more of these, and I absolutely treasure them. And finally, somebody banned me reacted with, that is a really, really good point. We really have to cherish the good times. My brother made an adorable home video a few years back. He works in video editing. Just interviewing different family members, especially little nieces and nephews, about their Christmas so far and a regular day in the life of vacation at the grandparents'. There was a particularly sweet interaction between my mom and her oldest granddaughter. It was so simple and sweet and goofy. But all I could think of when watching it was, when my mom dies. This home video from years ago is going to make all of us bawl like babies. Well, there you have it. A perfectly great question answered by a bunch of fine and honorable citizens. Help support this channel by smashing the like and subscribe buttons. And hit that silly little bell as well to ensure you get the latest videos as they come out. Fred is always finding stuff for me to post regularly. So this is Derek signing off. Thanks for watching. Good grief, it sounds like Fred is out of his pen again. I think he found more drama for me to share with you. See you soon.